It's prime time. It's prime time. Talk TV. Talk TV. We're letting you know.
Hey, welcome back to the channel. It's your man Prime Time, and you already know you're on Prime Time Talk TV. And yeah, I'm back at you with another good video, and you already know the routine. Once you enter my house, wipe your feet off, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and smash the bell icon so you can be notified the next time I drop these next latest and greatest videos like these.
For Prime Time.
To this day. Oh man, let's go ahead and jump on into this video, shall we? How about an audio leak of Errol Spence over the phone talking about how the negotiations was going and all of the fears that he had and the issues he had leading up to all the negotiations with Terrence Crawford. Man, oh man, somebody was wearing a wire when they was talking on the phone with Errol Spence, man. Whoever that is, I'm pretty sure Errol Spence won't trust them no more. But getting on to the get on, look, your boy Errol Spence was talking about a whole lot of things. Basically how Terrence Crawford didn't trust, anybody because of what he went through with Bob Arum and Top Rank. It just left a bad taste in his mouth. So therefore, he wanted to know the ins and outs to everything. He wanted to know where the money was coming from. Is the money there? Can you show me proof of the funds? And they could not do it. Or they didn't choose to do it. Who knows? I'm not even going to sit here in front and say I know everything. But from hearing the words that came out of Errol Spence's mouth is that he didn't have no backup plan for this fight. He didn't have a side door deal with another promotional company. He didn't have another fighter on his list. All he wanted to do was accomplish Undisputed, like his teammate, the Charlo twin did. He wanted to do it like Devin Haney did. So he only asked for this fight. He didn't ask for no other fights, But I'm going to pause for a minute and let y'all listen to the audio, and then we're going to jump right on back into this thing.
He just said, I guess Crawford don't really understand what's going on. He asked a question and I guess he don't really trust his attorney, so he want to talk to Al personally and ask questions about what's going on and this and that. So I don't know, but he said he should be getting it wrapped up shortly. So yeah, no, man, we getting killed on media. Yeah. Everybody talking about I wouldn't go. I'm like, I ain't got time for it. Like, I know what's going on. I'm thinking hopefully we can do it in January. That's the only fight out there for me, so. Yeah, I'm not fighting Thurman. So. That's out the window. Yeah. I already told Al that. I said, nah, that's fast me. I'm not fighting him. That's the fight I want. That's the most money. That's the legacy fight. That's it right there. That really decides who's the best in boxing. Me and him. Yeah. Oh, you talking about Terrence? Yeah. Well, I don't know. I just say he just think he got a lot more questions. He got a lot more questions with him than he did with Bob. Yeah. He said he asked him, like you asked him, Bob all these questions. Yeah.
Oh man, so there you have it, So just to sum up everything, if you couldn't hear everything clearly because it's a recorded phone call, it sounds like coming from one of them pay phones almost, but anyway, I digress. Hey, Errol Spence basically clarified to everybody, and I do mean everybody, that he wasn't the holdup. That Terrence Crawford said that he had more questions to ask Al Heyman. He wanted to speak to Al Heyman directly. At first, it was Terrence Crawford's lawyer dealing with Al Heyman's lawyer. Terrence Crawford, I guess, didn't trust his lawyer, so he hired a second lawyer. Now, Rick Glasser, he confirmed that in my old video. So he hires a second lawyer to help deal with the lawyer he don't trust that he already got. Crazy. So basically, to sum it all up, if you heard correctly, Errol Spence ain't the problem. He already, cleared out his deal. He was waiting on Terrence Crawford, and Terrence Crawford just was going back and forth, and even Al hit, Errol Spence up and was like, hey, this might fall through, so, what do you think about doing a fight with Keith Thurman? Errol Spence said, absolutely not. I told Al Heyman, no. I'm moved past, fighting Keith Thurman, because Keith Thurman had a belt at that time. He wanted to unify. Keith Thurman didn't want to unify. Keith Thurman ended up getting beat, losing his belt. So, Errol Spence picked it up on the back end. So that's how all that went. And that's why Errol Spence is just adamant, like, yo, this dude didn't show me no champion favor, no champion love. He didn't even mention my name. And now that I got all the belts and all the fame, this guy want to remember my name. And he like, nah, I'm done with him. And honestly, you can't blame him. Keith Thurman treated Errol Spence like he was a stepchild of a foster home. You know what I mean? And he was too old to be fostered. That's how Keith Thurman treated him. Like, he was nobody. Like, nah, I don't even know who he is. He ain't even on my radar. All these crazy different little side gestures he was making, on the low to media. And it got back to Errol Spence, and it made his taste sour with him. So when anybody say Keith Thurman name, Errol Spence just smack his lip like, man, nah. Nah. I'm going to do him just like he did me. Show him no courtesy. Show him no love. Show him no shout-outs. Show him no hookups. Show him no lookouts. I'm done. I ain't even trying to hear no Keith Thurman name. Now, the crazy part about it is that, Keith Thurman relinquished his WBC belt. He technically didn't get stripped of it. So he's basically saying, hey, I'm due a fight. I'm a former WBC champion. If anybody deserves a chance, it should be me at Errol Spence. So now, of course, all the doors closed on him. Pacquiao beat him, left him stranded in a boxing island all alone, where everyone else is enjoying the new life of boxing in America, and Keith Thurman is on the outside of the window looking in at everybody celebrating. And he tired of it. So he basically saying one time is back and yada yada yada. I mean, he only lost one time, so it ain't like everybody should write him off like they should. I'm not writing him off, but I'm just stating the obvious is that he's getting no love from Errol Spence because he didn't show no love to Errol Spence when Errol Spence was coming up. So now Keith Thurman done fell down from the heavens back to earth, so he's a real person again. He ain't this boxing god he thought he was with his ponytail. He done cut his hair off like Samson, so now he ain't got the strength or the name and fame like he did when he first was on top of the mountain. So now he at the bottom of the hill looking up, and Errol Spence is sitting on top of the throne, and he is trying to get a favor now. Ain't that ironic? And you know what? You remember when Errol Spence first said it? He said, it's funny how tables turn. I think he had quoted that on social media. He said, it's funny how tables turn now. And that's all he said. And that was because, Keith Thurman like, I deserve a shot at a WBC belt. Errol Spence, come see me. Yeah, it's real funny how tables turn. Honestly, I would give that shot to Stanionis or either Jerron Boots Ennis, which I know even Jerron Boots Ennis and his team said Errol Spence don't want to see him at all. So we could basically kind of bet that it's going to be Stanionis. But I know if WBC has it their way, they're going to force that Keith Thurman, because Keith Thurman can bring more of a bigger crowd than a Stanionis would. So, you know, it's weird how this is all falling, you know, apart and falling in place for other fighters. And the two fighters that we thought they were going to fight isn't getting the job done, you know. Like I said, I'm not blaming Errol Spence. I'm not blaming Terrence Crawford because, hey, it's a money fight he getting with this Adesanya. Now, if this fight don't happen, oh yeah, I'm a light Terrence Crawford name up for real. My first name Terrence. So I tell you what, if he don't fight this dude out of all that stuff that went on, oh yeah, it's gonna be a problem. It's going to be a problem. Not even just with me, but just with everybody. Because they're going to be like, hey, he stalled out of the fight with Errol Spence to fight nobody. He ain't fighting nobody this year. So it just kind of, you know, falls back into the play of, is he ducking? I'm not saying he ducking. Everyone is twisting the evidence and making it all point to the direction of, you know, Terrence Crawford is ducking, but I don't see it as a duck. I mean, because he said after this fight, it's going back to Errol Spence and kicking his A. So we shall see if that truly shall happen or if it's just all talk and smoke. Now that is to be determined. So with that being said, that's all I got for you in this video. You already know the routine. When you leave my house, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, smash the bell icon so you can be notified the next time I drop these next latest and greatest videos here on Primetime Talk TV, and I'm on social media everywhere. And definitely go to the website primetimetalktv.com and copy some merch. All right, y'all, peace, love, I'm out.